Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. So as we are looking at that slide, right, we had to show that okay, can you see what I'm writing here? Ne? We had to show that arcsinch of x is equals to ln of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. Okay, so we just need to show this, right? And I said to you, okay, it is going to be very simple for us to do so if and only if we are able to what do we call this? If and only if we are able to rewrite our hyperbolic function in the form of saying let y be equals to arcsinch of x. Then we are going to introduce sinh on both sides. Sinh of y is equals to sinh of arcsinch of x, or this is sinh. And as you can see, that this and that, they will cancel, or they will give us 1. Then we're going to have x is equals to sinh of y. Ne? So this is just the first part of this particular proof. Ne? This is just the first part of the particular proof. So let me try and do this. Is it better? If you can't see, please let me know such that I can be able to, try to make you see. Okay. All right. So after having this part, we are going to have, guys, please take note of something also. I'm not going to have pages to write, so therefore I will not be posting any PDFs. I'll only be posting videos. So the only way for you guys to catch up on this is to watch the entire video, because this thing is actually a thing which I can be able to rub out and stuff like that. So yeah, so let me just do this. Okay, so I'm going to have x is equals to sinh y. And I said to you, it is very important for you to always know what does this sinh represent, right? Now we're going to go back and say, okay, x is equals to e to the negative y. No, it's not a negative, it's just e to the y minus e to the negative y divided by 2. Okay, so we are having this. Okay, guys, are you sure that you can see the whole thing? If you can't see, guys, please let me know. It is your best interest for you to see that. It's for your best interest. Okay. Got a lot of things here. Okay, so we're gonna have 2x is equals to e to the y minus e to the negative y. Then transpose, we're gonna have 0 is equals to e. I like to have, just gonna multiply by e to the y on both sides, right? We are doing this because we have to make this thing to be the same, or to balance out, right? So for it to balance out, it's only if we're going to multiply on both sides, né? For it to, So therefore, what we are going to have here is something of this nature. So since this is just 0, we're gonna leave it as 0. This will be equals to, this times that, we are going to have e to the 2y minus 2x e to the y minus e to the negative y times e to the y. They're just going to give us e to the 0, which is just equal to 0. We can just write 1. We can just write 1. Okay. So is everybody fine until this step? Ne? So if you are not okay, please do let me know. Again, please do let me know. Okay. So I need to rub this thing out.
Can you please
rub it off?
Can you please show the last part, because I can't see clearly.
Okay, let me, because there's like a lot of things on my table here, so I can't. Do you see now?
Yeah.
Can you see my brother? So is everybody else fine with what I've written so far? I'll take it as a yes.
I can't understand first 3 steps.
These 3 steps.
First 3.
Or the first 3 steps.
Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah.
Okay, which part don't you understand
Uh, I can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see.
Like, okay, right now I can see. I can't understand that second part, that second step after saying let y equals to sinh
this
of
part,
x.
ne?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me try and re-explain it. Ne? Okay. So what we had was, for us to be able, because remember that we cannot define arcsinge. We cannot define this, right? So what's going to happen is, since we denoted that, okay, let me just remove the whole step again such that I'm able to explain it. Okay. Since we cannot define this, because our definition said we should have sinh y, for instance, or sinh x and sinh what. So in this case, we do not have sinh, we've got arcsinge. We have to do away with arcsinge. And I've used the idea of multiplying a function with its inverse, because we know that if we multiply a function by its inverse, we're just going to have whatever value that is there, which is just x. Ne? So arcsinge, is just the inverse of sinh. So therefore, I said, since that is true, let me introduce sinh on both sides. So I had sinh, and then I introduced sinh again, multiplied by its inverse, arcsinge. Do you see that, my friend? Ne? After doing this part, I said, okay, since I've got this thing, I know that the function multiplied by its inverse, what is left is just its variable. So I'm going to have what? Sinh of y to be equals to x. Are you fine with that idea, my man?
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, my lady.
I don't understand.
Why do I?
At the
My
bottom,
lady.
why did you have to multiply by e to the power of y on top?
Oh, here.
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I wanted to do that is the next part that I'm going to explain to you now. Ne? The reason why I wanted to do the whole thing. Okay, I wanted to look at this particular expression that I have here. This expression. Ne? This expression shows something. It shows a function, or however, what do you call this? There's an equation. Yeah, it shows a quadratic equation. Let's say let I'm getting excited. I don't know why. Let e to the y be equals to z, for instance. Ne? If we let e to the power of y to be equals to z, oh, I see that you can't see here. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so if we let e to the power of y to be equals to z, we are going to have something of this nature. 0 is equals to, okay, z squared minus 2xz minus 1. Ne? Okay, so now with having the whole thing here, we can identify our value of A is given as 1, our value of B is given as 2x, and our value of C is given as -1, right? Guys, are you getting the idea of this thing?
Yes.
Oh, it's -2x actually. Okay. So what's going to happen is I need to rub this thing off, guys, because I don't have space. Yeah? So let me rub the upper part out. Let me rub this one because we have explained it and people are understanding it. Okay. So since we have got something like this, do you remember what the quadratic formula said? The quadratic formula said that if we've got x to be like x is equals to b squared plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now in this case, our x is denoted by z, which is denoted by e to the power y. But I will just, because I want this thing to be understood much better, I will just say, rather than writing x, we must write z, because our quadratic formula is given in terms of z, not x. Ne? So we're gonna write our quadratic formula in terms of z. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to substitute these values here. Ne? So what's going to happen is I'm going to have negative 2x, and then I'm going to square it, plus the square root of, okay, I'm going to need a lot of space. Okay, negative 2x minus 4. What is the value of a? It's 1 divided by 2a. Oh, our a is 1, so I can just remove this one. Okay. What to have here is, okay, before we move on, I want us to look at something. Ne? I only considered one part of this particular thing. Ne? I only considered one part, which is wrong. I have to consider both of them, plus or minus. And then it's going to be interesting as we go forward. Ne? Plus or minus. So what's going to happen is the expansion of that one is 4x squared plus or minus the square root of 4x squared. This and that will give me plus 4 divided by a 2. Ne? This 2 is just here. All right. So are we all together here, guys? So far. Yeah. If you are not fine, please let me know, and then I will try to re-explain it again. Ne? Okay. So I need to remove this part as well. I need to remove this part as well. Let me just leave the last part alone. Okay. So from here, I'm going to have to take out a common factor. So I'm going to have 4x squared plus or minus. Okay. Oh, no. Guys, wait a minute. Guys, you let me write such a huge mistake. This thing is a huge mistake. There is no such. How have you written this before? Because I know that it's equals to plus or minus, it's equals to minus b plus or minus here. Okay, so this is just minus b plus or minus. So this one is just going to be 2x. Okay, so we're going to take out a common factor here. We're going to have 2x plus or minus the square root of 4x squared plus 1, because 4 is common on these two, divided by 2, which this is going to be equals to 2x plus or minus 2, the square root of x squared plus 1 divided by 2. Now, when you look at this, there's still a common factor here. So if I can just take out a common factor, you see that the 2 and this 2 and the 2 disappear. So what you are left with is something of this nature. You're going to have x plus or minus the square root of x squared plus a 1. Okay, this does not mean you are done. This does not mean you are done. Eh? So we find so far, guys. Fine so far. This is just, I want to change my z back to e to the, because we said let e to the y be equals to z. All right. Guys, is everybody okay?
Yes.
My guy. Thank you very much. But now I want you to look at something. E to the It's always positive. So we cannot consider the negative part here because I want to show you something. Because if you've got x minus the square root of x squared plus 1, for the fact that it means that this whole thing is always going to be less than 0. We do not consider negatives. We do not want negative solutions here. Negative solutions. So what I'm going to do is, for the fact, take it out. And to continue my solution, I'm just going to work with positive. E to equals to x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. The reason being, we only choose this thing to be greater than 0. And at the same time, what we are seeing is that plus 1 is always going to be less than 0. Then therefore, this part we do not consider it. Ne? We do not consider it because is this term. Okay, let's take for instance 2, right? We're going to have 2 minus the square root of, right? So if you can look at that, 2 minus that, it should give us a negative. Let me know. If positive, please let me know. And if it's not a positive, I will, yeah. Okay. Oh, somebody's saying I'm too fast. Where are you lost? I don't know if it's a lady or it's a guy. Yeah. Where are you lost? Where can I help you? Which part are you lost? Yeah. As I said, guys, I was getting super excited and I moved too quickly maybe for you. Okay. I'm waiting for that person who says I'm moving too quickly, such that I'm able to assist you where you don't understand.
So on the quadratic equation, I get on the second step, you wrote negative 2x plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over z.
Yeah.
Step. So what happened to the negative sign of 2x?
Oh yeah, the negative sign, I forgot to write it here, my man. I just forgot to write it because negative b plus or minus, because it's negative b plus or minus. I wrote the mistake. It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That is a positive 2x. I just made a mistake there. I'm sorry about that. Nah. Guys, what I'm going to do is I want y alone. I don't want e to the y. Ne? So I'm going to introduce ln on both sides. E to the y is equals to ln of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. Ne? So I'm going to have that. Whew, that was a lot. Then therefore, my battery is low. As my camera is dying, and since my camera is dying, I'm gonna have a serious problem here. Let me try and make something up. Okay, let me try and do this. But so far, guys, are you fine with the idea? Are you keeping up with the idea? If you feel like I moved too quickly, please do let me know. This. Okay. All right. So since I've introduced the ln on both sides, you can clearly see that here I'm just going to have y is equals to ln of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1, right? But now, let us go back and remember one thing. Ne? Before we wrote this whole thing and the proof and what, do you remember what we wrote as y, guys? Because we said in the first step, let y be equals to something.
You said
The
you
thing
said
is
y
what?
is equals to sine A, the inverse of
Yes, it's arcsinge. Therefore, we're gonna have arcsinge of x will be equals to ln of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. Then therefore our proof is complete. Ne?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was a long proof. That was a very long proof. But yeah, for the purposes of trying to make you understand, I had to make it that long. Ne? Okay. So far, is there anybody with any question, or do you want me to redo the proof such that you understand it much better? I don't mind doing it again for you guys. So please do let me know. Do you want me to restart the proof, or yeah, are you fine? Should I do the other proof because we
No,
got
you
10
recorded.
minutes?
if you're gonna send it, since you recorded it, you can do another one.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this video because I'm busy recording. And let me be sure if I'm recording, guys. I forget.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm recording. Okay, so as my parting gift to you, I need you to prove the following. Ne? I need you to prove the following. I want you to prove that. Okay, let me just rub this thing out since all of you, I believe, you are done writing the proof and stuff like that. So guys, if you feel like you don't understand the proof, please do let me know such that I can be able to try and make you understand it a bit better. Yeah? Remove this part. Okay. So using the same idea, I'll upload this video just after this session.
I understand that smooth.
Which part don't you understand, my man?
The first one.
What do you mean by that? How to do the whole thing? Or... My man.
Yeah, like the first part, how to do the whole thing.
Okay, I will upload the video for you to see it. I don't understand what you're asking me that you don't understand. As I said, I'm not using pages anymore. Therefore, here I'm going to be what do you call this? Scrubbing off the whole thing because we don't have pages. So therefore, I had to make a plan for us to be able to move forward without having any problems. I'll upload the video, and if you still understand, you let me know. We'll have a one-on-one session to help you with this thing. Yeah.
Timothy.
Okay, sure. All right. Now to continue, I would like you guys to prove, as my parting gift, prove that arc cosh is equals to len, and it uses the same idea, guys. It's just the same idea. Ne? You guys should not be worried much about it. X squared minus 1. The same idea. You don't need to do many things or you stress yourself and anything like that. I just need you to prove this for me. Ne? And at the same time, I need you to prove this for me. Arctange is equals to 1/2 ln of 1 plus x all over 1 minus x. Okay. So in the beginning of the next session, I'll be proving the two. Please make me remember. Don't let me go forward without explaining and proving the two, right? Please make sure, guys. Please make sure. But so far, oh, question. You have a question?
When will the next session be?
The next session is going to be on Monday. It will be on Monday because since people are having other things to do on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, our sessions will be on the following days. They'll be on Monday and Friday on these days of, on these times, 1300 to 1500, ne? On Monday and Friday. And then I've got a specified day, which is a Wednesday. Wednesday is only for sessions, one-on-one sessions, and they'll be open from 11 o'clock to 1600, only for one-on-one sessions. And for each person, I only have 1 hour. I only got 1 hour. So therefore, you must tell me, you must put up your name, your student number, and the time that you want, such that we can confirm. And you must do this thing around before Friday of the previous week, such that we know who we are dealing with here. We don't have any clashes and stuff like that. You can't say it's a Wednesday and it's between 11 and 4, you must help me. I must work with a schedule such that if I know whether I should meet a student face-to-face or whether I should, all of those things, they need to be taken care of. If I have to do a Zoom session with you, I must know what is going to be happening in that Zoom session and how we're gonna go with that Zoom session. And then the other thing is, if I've got a one-on-one session with you, a Zoom session one-on-one, I'm going to record that session, then upload it to the YouTube channel as well. So if it happens that you have got a problem with, for instance, hyperbolic functions, somebody says, I need a one-on-one session of hyperbolic functions, it's always going to be there where I'll be explaining the whole thing. Rather than me explaining the same thing to each and every one of you, if it happens that I've done that thing before, I will tell you that go to this particular part of the YouTube channel, you will find 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will find with that idea, guys. If you are fine with that idea, I would like to the session. And thank you very much for attending the session. I hope these sessions are being and it helps with that. So do we have any other questions that you have? If you do not have any questions, I don't understand the question. When are you writing? But I'll ask your lecturer to give you a plan for your thing. Question? We only got like less than 2 minutes. So I'll be taking any questions that you have. Oh, the quiz. The quiz is postponed. I'm not sure if you're going to write it still or they're going to, I'll ask your lecturer by the session on Monday, I'll be telling you all that information on when you are writing and stuff like that. And also I promised you guys that I'll let you know about a quiz test or assignment a week before you are going to be able to write it or access it or anything like that. That our sessions have moved to Monday and Friday for one-on-one session. This is for one-on-one session. Okay. Any group chat, cannot text me privately because I'm using somebody's phone. If you send a text and you're not replied, just know that that is not me. I'm not having the phone at that particular time. The phone is with the owner. So therefore, I should be able to answer you maybe later on or the following day or whatever. But if you send me a text privately and I do answer you, you are lucky. I do not answer such because the phone is not with me most of the time. Okay. if we do not have any more questions, please do enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in our next session on Monday. Hyperbolic functions.
Are regular the parish of food.
With that. Oh, you are selling a phone?
Yes.
Oh, nah, that won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. Yes, my man. Can't be asking such questions, my man. If you feel like you don't want to attend, you can just.
It's fine if you exit.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. The session is going to end.